right there across the railroad tracks.
Now, what's all in this trunk over here, Dad?
Oh, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff.
You got Civil War stuff in there? And
Oh yeah, heaps of before the Civil War.
pictures. That trunk is how old now?
It was going back to 1600s.
How do you know it was the 1600s?
Because I know when it was made before the Civil War, about 1848 at least.
Does
48
it
or
have
49.
markings on there saying that, or?
No, but it's made out of. I know the family that had it all that time. The McCamies had it that long, and at least that long, and maybe longer than that. Because I can trace it back for sure to the 1840s or 49. But then I read the tree rings 1 year per growth, and it takes you back into the 1600s.
Oh wow, 1600s.
I know for sure that the wood is that old, except one or two pieces on the bottom. But I know the pieces. It's not original.
Now, how did you get the trunk?
Came out of the old McCamey house up there, John Pierce McCamey, their old plantation house. He moved there from Georgia before the Civil War, and they lived in a log cabin out there till they got their house built. And when they built that house, on the spot where Dad and them's old White House used to be, where the chicken houses were, and they got it out of that house. Aunt Lossie, they call her Aunt Lossie, she was right on 100 when she died, and she'd had it all her life. Her daddy had it all his life, and her granddaddy had it all his life.
Wow.
I don't know if they built it on the old land there, where they brought it from Georgia in a covered wagon. It's that old though. It's easy to sell. It was originally made out of wrought iron square nails made in a blacksmith shop by slaves. But some fellow that I had to repair it went in and pulled all the square nails out and put modern nails. He stole the square nails out of them because they're so hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was there anything already in the trunk when you got it?
Yeah, all kinds of Civil War stuff.
And
boxes and boxes full of papers and slave receipts and everything you can imagine. Old high-top button shoes that a woman used to wear back in the 1890s had homespun cloth in there made on a spinning wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, your mother's got some out there in that trunk that's made on a spinning wheel. Clothes and pants that's made on a spinning wheel.
Well, now, did you save everything that was in the trunk?
Yeah.
So you still have it all?
Yeah.
Even those boots?
What did I do with those boots? What did I do with those boots? They had an old muzzle-loading gun, musket, and they had a spinning wheel, old Crocs, big churns like that back there, made it brown and everything. Had all kinds of stuff. Through the years, I've given them to some people, and to Dwight, and to Jeremiah, and somebody, and but I've still got most of it. Most of it. Got old school books in there that goes back to 1850s and stuff like that. Original. First grade readers, first grade arithmetic.
Oh, you have some of those?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot in that trunk.
Yeah, it's a whole lot in
I
there.
wonder if it's worth anything now. I'm sure it is.
Oh yeah.
I wonder where you could take it and get it.
I wouldn't want to sell it.
Yeah.
There's a few things I've got that's permanent so far. I've been able to hold on to it without somebody talking me into selling it. Say something more important than paper money.
Now, didn't you say one time that they had put some old Civil War uniforms underground?
Yeah, they had Civil War uniforms from the South.
And why did he?
In the old house, and I came in after Daddy bought the old house. I came in one weekend from college, and Mother said, "Let's go over to the old McCamey place." Said it'd been raining for 3 or 4 days, and they had a big old ditch over there, trench that they dug for looking for iron ore. And they said that Slay McCamey, who was the grandson of the Aunt Lossie, who'd owned the house at that time, had taken it all, put it in the back of his truck, and went over and threw it into a big old trash heap in a big old ditch in the ground. And it'd come a rain for 3 or 4 days, I guess, and washed all the mud down on them and destroyed them. His old blue bottles, old stopper bottles, everything. I've still got a few of them, and I dug them out and everything. There's still a whole bunch of them over there.
Now, you don't have any Civil War uniforms, though, do you?
I did. I sure did.
You don't
I
have
got Civil War amnesty papers and others. I got where he leased his slaves out. They'd go to Camden, Arkansas, and work for about a year, and then send the slave owner a certain percent of his money, and that was all they had to do. He just let them go work for years.
Wow.
A lot of them around Falcon, they didn't even go to. They pretty much were just hired hands, is what they were. They could go to Camden and places like that and work, and every year they'd send him a certain percent of what they made. And otherwise, they never saw him anymore. And they had a pretty good life. They were brick masons, carpenters, well, just about anything you could mount.
Now,
When the Civil War came, they fought for the South. The blacks did.
The blacks did.
Yeah. Because a lot of them around there were treated pretty good. They were just hired hands, is what they amounted to.
Well, now, do you have anything from any of the other wars?
Oh, yeah, World War One.
What do you have from World War One?
All kinds of papers and telegrams and letters that people wrote.
Now, where were those found? Where were those at?
In the old boxes. Your mother's got a bunch of them from her people. She's got boxes full of them. Boxes full of them. Or World War One.
What about World War Two? Anything from that?
Yeah, but that was sort of modern. Not too many people wrote letters too much. I got a few things from World War Two, but most of them World War One.
And they were family
Lots of them from Civil War. Boxes full of them.
letters.
Yeah.
Well, in the letters,
Everything.
so they were written to the McCameys, the ones that
Yeah,
are.
they never threw anything away. They just kept it, you know. They just that's the way they were. They didn't throw anything away. And
So I guess the ones that Mom has from Civil War would be her family.
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
beyond that,
She's got a whole.
or-
Her daddy and mother and her grandpa. She's got his preacher's book. He was a Church of Christ preacher. George Washington McClellan Hudson. Roy Hudson's daddy. Your mother be your grandpa. He had all kinds of stuff. She's got trunks full of them. You could spend days looking at them and all.
Yeah, I know she took that trunk to the road show. You know that road show you see on TV?
Yeah.
That came to Shreveport one time.
Oh,
And she took that trunk and all the stuff in there.
yeah.
And I asked her what they valued everything out, and she didn't get any type of value on it, but that she took it and they enjoyed looking at it and all of that.
Yeah, it's history. It's
And that road show's coming back. That would be neat to take some
Yeah.
of your stuff to and find out what some of the
oh yeah, that's about Homer, Louisiana. It's a lot of stuff here in Shreveport where they sold their cotton on a steam engine and weighed it and how much it was going to cost, and then we don't ship it down to New Orleans and stuff like that, you know, on the Red River over there.
yeah.
A lot of that stuff. We
Well,
had
what-
the old Civil War uniform, old high button shoes that were 1890s, and
So now
some old papers that went back to 1808. That's the oldest one that I have, 1808.
do we have anything from like Grandpa's side of the family or Grandma's side of the family that's still old that would be antique?
Yeah, I got some. Let me think. Aunt Lorena's got the thing I'd love to get, an old cast iron biscuit cook that Mother had it. Her mother gave it to her as a wedding present before 1930, but she had it nearly 100 years when she gave it to Mother.
Wow.
That's about 180 years old now.
Yeah.
Because my grandma brought it, she had it from her mother, and stuff like that, you know, and all kinds of stuff like that. See, I just came in the inheritance of all of it. Because I was the one that was interested in it. None of the others was interested. I tell you what, Aunt Lorraine, you know, Linda's mother,
Yeah.
she's got another 10-gallon jar just like that one on there. It's on that film there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She's got a 10-gallon jar that Uncle Junior, Linda's daddy, confiscated from a whiskey still. They poured whiskey in it, you see, and it's just like this one we got.
Oh, wow.
That's
Did
the
they
only
have
one,
any?
only other one I've ever seen.
I wonder if they have a plan in theirs now.
I don't know. You might ask Aunt Lorraine if she would sell it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find out. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it, but I don't want to just take it from her. But I wouldn't do that. But I mean, if she would sell it for $20 or something like that, I sure would. That was Uncle Junior's. He when he was a deputy, he would find that stuff like that at whiskey stills.
Huh. I'll have to see if we can if I can find out some more about it and get Linda's number and talk to her.
I talked to Dwight. I told him, you know, Dwight sees them every week where he goes up there, but he will never ask anything.
Well,
That's what bothers me so much.
Well,
Time is getting away. She's getting old. One of these days, see, I would even go with him to run off some pictures that she's got.
I text him and maybe I'll get a reply back in a little bit, and if I do,
He doesn't realize that people are getting old and going to die, and then their kids are going to their grandkids will take those things. They won't know who those pictures are, and they'll just let them get away.
Yeah.
See, that's what bugs me so much about Dwight.
Well,
He stored stuff. Let me say something here. He stored stuff over there at Texarkana when he's living over there. He stored it in a storage place, and then when he got to work, he lost it. And I don't know where in the world they are now.
no. What is that you're talking about?